Our city has been crying out for some decent port action, and today's the day as we implement some of the brand new Bridges and Ports DLC items. These should alleviate road traffic, bring goods in quicker and at a cheaper price, and overall help our city to thrive. But before we get to that, we have some major work to do in our port area. If you enjoy my videos, then please subscribe. I'm inching closer day by day to 1 million subs, and I know I can get there with your help. And then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into Teasmania. So this is the port area that was demarcated on this map that we're going to be building in. But as you can see, we need to do a lot of work here because we've taken up a lot of space with things that really didn't need to take up a lot of space. We've got the medium train yard here, which we've added on top of this medium train depot, so we can have all the extra trains that we need. We've got like this tram line that cuts right through the middle. We've got all sorts of stuff going on, so we need to try and fix that. We also need to find some way of getting a road into here. So we've got this junction, so the highway that goes from east to west, they can come off and head across the bridge and head off into the rest of Teasmania, or they can come down here and head into the main area of our city. They can branch off, but there's no way of easily getting into here. I mean, we've got this teeny tiny road here which goes through, which I know if we just connect to that, it's going to be bedlam. Whether we can sort of upgrade that or not, I don't know. We'll have to see, or whether we actually build a new highway junction here. That might be the option. Also, the traffic has gone down. We knew that the traffic was a bit of a bug after the bridges and ports, and it was fixed in the bike patch. And with the work that we've done as well, both things together have got the traffic under control, which is good. Also, when I first loaded this up, there was a whole load of issues which have just gone because the traffic is now alleviated, so that's good. So where are we going to start first down here? I'm thinking of moving to this. Now, it does need a road connection, but it doesn't need a big road connection. And this little bit of space up here looks like it could help. Can we pick a pick of that and just see? Yeah, so that could fit in there and actually utilize that bit of space. And then we could somehow try and get all the train lines back hooked up again. So let's do that first. Well, okay, I've faffed around with that for quite a while, and I think we've done a half decent job. We can get rid of this road here. I've consolidated all of this down into one and bunched it all along. Got a bit of space in here, but we could use that for buildings and things. But I think everything is working okay, and we've got much more space. Let's just get rid of the trees. Okay, trees are gone. The next thing is we need a road to get in here. I really have been considering upgrading this road, which leads down the side all the way across here, but then everything could be coming in via that roundabout or via the little slip lanes we put here, and then cutting through all of this. Probably not a good idea. I'm thinking we're going to build a little junction coming off of here. Right, let's have a quick look at this junction here just to try and sort this out. I'm going to take off all the crossings. We don't need any of those. Oh, there's a couple of nodes going on there. Let's just sort that out. Let's pick a pick of this. Thank you kindly, and bring that straight into there. I want to get it further back, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's good. So remove that, remove that, remove that. Anything else? No. And then we want to do a bit of work with the lanes here. So let's grab the traffic mod, lane connector tool. So we're going to say, I'm going to remove everything. Remove all connections. There we go. So, now I've done that, I'm looking at it thinking, what's going to go on here? Yeah, that one goes left. So let's remove all connections. So that one's going to go left. So we can say, you go there. Oh, why has it put it as a dotted line? And that one's done it as a, Do you know what? I'm going to just reset it all back to vanilla and do it the way that I normally do it. Let's remove U-turns, remove unsafe. Hugh, don't go there. You are not going to go there. You're going to go left. You aren't going to go straight on, but you go there for right. Your straight on is not there, but you go there. So that left and that straight on can continue. This one, we only want them to go left. So not there, you go there. Then you're straight on, not there, you go there. So technically, other than a couple of points where they cross, everybody should be able to just continue on. We've got two going down here, but they're going to merge into one at some point. That's okay. We've got a dedicated left and a straight on, and everything there is looking good. Yeah. So let me just tidy this up a little bit. There we go. A couple of key walls. Made sure we've got dedicated lanes for coming off and on. And I think that should be okay. We'll see how it goes, but it definitely gives us a nice big road into our port area. So I'm thinking we'll just bring that right into the middle like that. Stick a roundabout on the end. Let's go for something that's not too big. Yeah, there we go. And then we can have all of our roads coming off of there. So what do we need first of all for a port? So if we go into our transportation menu and our water menu, and I'm going to select this one over here, bridges and ports. Yep, that's the one. So we've got the choices between the different sizes of ports, which we can't change later. Now this, I don't think this is going to be the biggest port that this map is going to see, but I'm thinking about going for this one here, the medium one. That looks good. So let's just grab, shall we stick with the 4-lane road? No, let's go, yeah, let's go for the 4-lane road. We'll go for the same one and we'll bring that out the middle there. Oh, there we go. It was snapped to that road there. Oh, let's do it as a straight piece. That'll be better. We can get the 90-degree. Well, I want it 90-degree in relation to all of that. I also want that a little bit shorter, so I'm going to cut this off here. There we go, and that's what we're going to work with. And when we line up this port, yeah, the roads are a little bit apart, but we've got this nice big arrow. So if I can get that lined up right on there, or could I draw some roads and actually help us to do this properly? So we take off that one. We can get right in the middle. Let's go out like that and go across each way. If you can line up in the middle for me, that would be good. There we go. Excellent. And then it will snap to that. And that, there we go. That is bang in the middle. Excellent. So now I can delete all of these other little roads that we don't need. And then we can connect that up to there. So that's going to be 2-lane roads going in each side. There we go. Excellent. That should work. I'm going to take away the traffic lights there. And then I don't want any left-hand turns on there. So we'll turn off left-hand turns. Well, none of that did anything, did it? There's still traffic lights. There we go. No left-hand turns, please? No? Okay, well, we can do that with our tool, can't we? So let's use lane connector tool. And we're going to say, you can't go there, but you go there. There we go. Excellent. And, yeah, you can't go there. You go there. You already down for that? You are. And then remove U-turns and remove unsafe. Excellent. There we go. Okay, there we go. Tidied that up a little bit. So let's have a look at some of the items we can place on here. I'm thinking, first of all, I'd like to upgrade the key. So we've got this port key. I'm hoping it's going to upgrade what we've got here. Unfortunately, no. That is a real bummer because it means I'm going to have to draw all of this in again. And that was an autosave. Let's have a quick sip of tea. So let's just see how easy that's going to be. If I delete the ones that are there, I'm just going to pause the game while I'm doing this. And then we grab that. And this is like a larger key, obviously. There we go. So we can go from there through to there. I've actually got Anarchy on. Let me just try it without Anarchy and just see if it makes any difference at all. There we go. If I get it to snap, it's flat, it's 0 height. Perfect, because we know we can put all the cranes and stuff like that on here as well when we get there. Maybe not those ones, but yeah. So let me just upgrade a little bit more of this around here as well. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we can place container cranes and all that sort of thing on there. It also says that we can place the passenger terminal. I don't think we've got that unlocked yet. No, what do we need to get that? Unless that's under the water tab. Nope, there it is. So we've got to transport goods by ships from port, 60 million. So what we're really going to have to do is get this set up and then turn off our train lines and get everything to, come in. What's that give us? Plus 2% import cost, minus 2% export profits. Okay. Minus 3 crime rate. So we might do something like that. Okay. Well, let's just put some of these down here then. And this is our Mahusif boat network that we've got going through there. I would like maybe to pop these up the side. I'm not quite sure. Let's go... Should we go this side? Yeah, let's go this side. I'll go right up close to there. And I think we can sort of hook those in together. That's good. And then we can connect through here. So let's go medium seaway. Yep. And we just bring that straight into there. Although it's given us a little bit of a problem. Let's go the small one. Yeah, that'll be fine. So that now connects up to there. And then, of course, we need to get some roads and things in here. I'm just wondering whether... So this is probably the size of this road. How we're going to do this? Because these are two-way. So we could just bring that straight into there, into the side. I might just set up a little network here and see how we go. Because we've got loads of storage and things to store here too. Yeah, let's try something like that. We can see how that goes. That's good. We're still on pause at the moment until we've got all the things needed set up. We could pop... Oh, the customs office gets built on there. Yeah, let's add that in. So, small cargo container yard. We definitely want some of these along here. And I'm thinking we could sort of stripe those up and down going along here. Maybe let's go for 2-lane. Let's just go for a small one like this. What's that one there? 4-lane one way. Okay, let's go for this. And we can add a few in here. Oh, is that fitting? It's not fitting. Oh, that is so annoying. But if I anarchy that in, will it look like it's fitting? It does. It overlaps slightly, but it's all concrete, so all good. There we go. Let's go with that for now. We can always connect it up in other places if we need to. So we've got plenty of storage. Let me just hook up the, all the water problems that we've got and probably the power as well. Right, so then the next thing is to set up the routes. Do we get to those in here as well? We do. So we've got the cargo ship route tool. We've got two options here. Basically, we've got a few cities out here. So let's just go that one to that one. Yeah, that's good. Oh, and back again. You to Lake Mystic and back again. We do have some other ones there and over there. Is there an easy connection? Yeah, that all comes through to here as well. I'm thinking we might just add another couple on the other side. So let's go from there to Busty and back again. What a fantastically interesting name. And then we've got this one over here, Eglin. Let's go to there and back again as well. There's any more around here? Oh, there is a couple more, but we'll save those for another time. We might change this as time goes by, but for now that'll be good. Now I'm wondering whether we can have a look in here and change the vehicles that are going to come and go on our cargo. So we jump into here. Yes, no, that's railway shipping routes. There we go. Excellent. So we've got 4 of these. So let's just have a look at this one here. Select ship model. We can. Now, some of these are going to be from, some of the packs that I've got in. We might just leave them as they are because they're probably all going to just be random. So we'll just leave it as it is and we'll wait for some of these to come in. I imagine we've got some on the way already. And I think, is that one there? En route. Let's have a look at the tool. It is. It's following this route down here. Excellent. So how long is it going to take us to unlock whatever the next level is? We've got 10,000, 30,000, million, I should say, 60,000. There's all sorts going on there. So let's just keep an eye on this for a moment. Oh, I see. So we've got a very small cargo boat down there on this line. In fact, that doesn't look like... What is that? Medium cargo boat. Okay, well, fair enough. We'll have small ones as well. Aha, then we get like the little whatever these are called. I wanted to say telehandlers. That's probably not what they're called. And they're just a visual thing. They just show the stuff being moved around and stored. Excellent. We've probably got some other ones coming from the other side as well soon. And the trucks are coming in to pick up the goods. Ah, that's what we want to see. Now, I do see people posting about those telehandler things, whatever they're called, escaping into their city. That's because these port roads is what they were run on. If you connect these port roads, if I connected that port road with that road, they could go all the way around and disappear off into the city. So you want to keep them. Here we go. They're coming around here. You want to keep them within your city. So where is this chap going? Medium. He's taking nothing. Local mail. Well, thanks for coming. He had a look. There was nothing for him and he's left. So that's fine. So I'm going to leave that running for a bit then. And then when we unlock some more stuff, we can come back and see how it's going. Oh, that was it. And I wanted to disable... let's go into it this way. I wanted to disable cargo coming in by train. Let's just grab that, go like that. Right, yeah, this one here, we've got three, not three. Yeah, it is three. I thought I haven't counted three, but it says 1, 2, 3. I have counted 3. I'm going to turn all of those off. So they're not being used at all. And cargo is only coming in. I mean, some trucks will bring it in, but I think mostly it's going to be brought in by our ships and boats over here. That one is rammed. So we can see how well we're doing. If you pop into here and just hover over one of these, we've done 350,000 so far. So I don't think it's going to take long. And here come a couple of other small ones as well. Oh, look at that. Yeah, emptied. Oh, very good. It's the first time I've seen that. Nice. Oh, there we go. Look, let's just pause and have a look. So you're taking 25 tons of timber. You're taking timber. Now, that is very interesting because you carry on. I don't think they're showing up anymore, but down here, a lot of... Oh, we've had a fire over here. A lot of these industries were complaining at the cost. And there's a few over here as well. And for all of them, it was timber. We only have one little timber area. We've got 2 over here. But I think the traveling all the way round, or we weren't making enough or something like that. But we're bringing it in from the outside. So that's good. So you keep on going. What is happening in here? I don't think we've got any fire trucks near enough. I've seen a load of fires. This end of town, and I think we need to do something about it. Oh, mother. It's all the way over there. One little measly community firehouse. What could we squeeze in somewhere else? Yeah, I think I'm going to just do a little bit of jiggery pokery down here and fit this one in. Is that going to go there? Yeah, excellent. Is that connected enough? It is, but let's just add a little bit of extra road there just to make it make more sense. There we go, very good. And then we can just connect up this path over here with no problem, so nobody loses the ability to walk through. Yeah, there we go, very good. And then we've got 2 more fire engines this neck of the woods to help with all of this. And if I delete that, they'll rebuild and that'll be fine. Excellent. What? What the heck? I haven't got anything connected up incorrectly and you're heading off down the highway. Where have you come from? Reach stacker, that's what they're called. I knew they had a special name. I can see where you're going. He's overtaking you now, but they've come from over there somewhere, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, I am using some mods, so there might be something that's caused a bit of a problem, but man, you don't want that cruising down your highway, blocking everything up, making it go really slow, do you? Ah, dearie, dearie me. I'm not sure he's going to fit under there. Oh, watch it. Oh, he's okay. Yep, he's back in. Okay, let's just see if he stays there. Right, so the other issue we wanted to look at is all of these waiting for a hearse. I think that's probably because of the traffic that's suddenly going on over here. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly cars rather than... I was thinking it's all going to be trucks and things, but I think it's just maybe the rush hour traffic. We can see where all the hearses are. If we click on our cemetery here, actually it's easy to do it from this one up here. So let's go into that. There we go. So they are all heading through the traffic. I think we'll just leave that one for now. And as we don't have traffic light enhancement installed, as that mod has stopped working, a couple of our junctions are playing up. So I think we're going to have to just ignore that. So apart from that, and our garbage, which has been probably caused by the traffic, yeah, there's a load there ready to go through. Everything is running perfectly well. Okay, so everything is running well, but something you want to keep an eye on is this will collect a lot of rubbish, because all of these items, I believe, will accumulate garbage and it'll all be collected through the port gate. So depending on how far away your garbage trucks are, whether you've got enough of them and all of that sort of thing, as you can see, it could take a while for this to be emptied. I'm going to wait for a garbage truck to come and just see how much of that it does take away. And I forgot to mention the reason you want to make sure this is taken care of, because it drops the efficiency. So we're now at half efficiency, which is not good. So mail handling's down, piled up garbage has given us that minus 50%. So yeah, not very good, not very good. Oh, there seems to be one coming down the highway right now. No, they've turned around and gone back the other way. Okay, well, what we're going to do then is we're going to give it its own garbage collection in this area. So if we set up a little zone in here, and I'm going to need your names for a port, which I think you can stop snapping. Please, thank you very much. I'm sure you can come up with something very clever. There we go. So we'll go Fairview Downs at the moment. And if we jump into here, yeah, the Japanese Recycling Centre. I'm thinking that might just need to go on its own road outside, and then we're going to limit that. So I've got to be careful here. I don't want to connect these two up. So let's go straight. So I'm going to go like that there, and I'm going to go like that there. I'm just going to pause, and that there is only going to work in Fairview Downs. There we go. So very quickly, we should see, there we go, trucks going out, and hopefully they'll head down here and completely remove this garbage. Huh? What? Where? What? How? You're going to come back? No, they've gone. They've left. They've decided to go somewhere else. Oh, they're returning. There we go. It might have been just after I set the thing up. Ah, there we go. It's been picked up by somebody. No, that wasn't you. Okay, well, one of them did. I missed it, and that's good. The garbage is gone, so let's check the efficiency back to 100%, which is what we want. Oh, and there we go. We've just seen another one go in, and they've immediately picked up 2.43 tons. So yeah, every now and again, they can just literally come, grab it, go, and that sorts everything out. Yep, there we go. Brilliant. Just a little bit of information about all this traffic that we had over here. It was all stemming from this roundabout, and cars were just acting weird on it, and I couldn't work out why. And then I just used Move It, and I slightly shifted it to the left, and you can see it's running. And as soon as that roundabout starts running, then none of this traffic builds up down here, which is really good. I mean, it's just literally going down now. I've moved it 2 seconds ago. It was clogged all the way down to here. And then going back the other way as well. Where are we? Here we go. This is all going down. This is all clogged further than that, all the way around the back side. So yeah, just a little tip. If you see a roundabout acting weird, just maybe move it a little bit or redraw it. And yeah, it must be something to do with the angle of the roads going into it or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm using mods. I've got Anarchy. I throw things together and see what happens. So that's what happened. Okay, so we're going to leave this ticking away for a while. In fact, I might just add some other storages in here. I've actually added one of the striped cranes here, and that is connecting to one of the cities that was over there in the background. We do have, we've unlocked the small auxiliary port gate. I don't really need that, but I'd like to add a small cargo warehouse down here. Can I sort of back that up a bit and it'll still connect? Yeah, that's good. Some small tank farms, we'll get those in here. I'm actually going to snap those. There we go, but just set those apart. I think that should do. And then I'd like one of the, now where is it, down here, small bulk storage yards. And if I can snap that to the bottom here, it's going to let me, no, okay, so I'll turn off the snapping. I think, yeah, it goes this way round, and I could probably just about squeak that in there. Oh man, I've got to get it straight and overlap a little bit and it'll still be okay. Why? Why is everything hanging? Oh, it's still there. I was worried about that for a minute there. Good grief. I think that was just maybe an autosave. So we can leave that running. What I want to do is, I'll show you what we're up to as well. We're up to 14 million, so nearly 15 million. We're getting there. We're getting there. What I want to do is remove the ferries and things that we've got running through here, because these are from the water transportation mod. I've also got, here we go. Look, here's a good example of one. They're basically cobbled together metros or something like that, and they work as ferries. So what I need to do is go into our boat lines. Actually, can I do it a different way? Let's go into here, because if we don't do this correctly and just remove the mod, it will crash your game. So it's down here, isn't it? Public transport, that is the one I'm looking for. Boat. So we've literally got one. Okay, that's good. So if I just delete that, yeah, that line will disappear. Got nothing in there, and then this is all the other things which are fine. Okay, and then I need to, I think, remove any of the stops and any of the other items. Let me just see what Skyve says. Okay, we'll just pop that up on the screen, and this is why you want Skyve, for information like this. So it says, removing this asset with the route still placed in the map will cause the transportation info view to crash the UI, and subsequently going into the transportation menu will also crash the UI. The route and asset should be removed from the map first before removing the mod. So I'm going to go down here along the route. We've got like this boats depots, a few other things, and delete them all, and then we'll come back and we'll set up the new ferries. And there's the last one, a little ferry pier. It was easy enough just to follow my little route along here that we'd set up. So there was another one there, there was the depot there, and then there was the breakwater thing, and then there was these extra little boats. And I think that's everything. So if we have a look in here, I think this is more water transport. So yeah, I think we're okay. Very small seaway. Is that an extra thing as well that I'm going to need to remove? Do we get a very small seaway? We can test that by just jumping on here and have a look. Narrow seaway. Okay, so I need to delete those as well, which I think are these ones here. Can I just see if they are or not? Very small seaway. Yep, there we go. Let me get rid of those. Right, I'm going to save my game, and then, yeah, we'll come back and we'll set up the new one. I don't know what's going on there. We'll try and sort that out. And we're back in the game. Yep, followed the instructions. It worked fine. I am so glad that City Skylines 2 has the grey boxes now. If you've got assets that you've got no longer loaded, because it just means your game will work. And then you got things like this. I'm assuming that once they leave the city, that will just despawn. It's just one of the extra boats and the more boats feature. So let's add in our ferry setup then along here for these lovely people. Maybe that might just help with a little bit of this extra traffic that we've got. So we dive into the new ferry menu. We have to set up a ferry depot. Let's see how big that is. I don't think that that is going to fit. I've got Anarchy on, so it's fitting because I've got Anarchy on. If I took Anarchy off, yeah, that's going to be too big. Okay, can we try and fit this into our port somewhere? Maybe it has to go all the way over here. Oh man, this is going to take snapping to a whole nother level. Do you know, I think I'm going to try and Anarchy it in right there and see if it still works, because that just fits in there absolutely perfectly. It's up against the road, butted up against the road, and it's no problem. So let's go with that. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And then we want to just add a narrow boatway. So where are we trying to connect to? We're trying to connect over there. So we could just go like this and drop that in. Okay, excellent. And that's now unlocked a ferry stop for the shoreline, a ferry stop key, and a ferry terminal as well. Well, let's have a look at the size of these. Yeah, that's nice and small. So we had one over here somewhere, didn't we? Was it here? I think. Yeah, I think this is the sort of spot. Let's have a look at these. Let's go with this one here then. Yeah, that looks quite nice. I like the way that fits in. So we can add a nice little, what should we go for? Let's go for a nice little gravel road. Could it sort of on the beach? Yeah, that sort of blends in, and then we can go like that. There we go. So that's got access. Excellent. And then we had another one around here somewhere. It was here, wasn't it? But we could probably add a few more in between. So let's have a look at the other one we've got here. So the ferry stop key. A ferry stop feature on a small gate in a pier requires key placement. Okay, so maybe instead we'll go for this one here, up against the road, and then we'll find somewhere else to do a key. I feel like with that one there and that one over there that we could do with another one in the middle here. And again, we could just use, I mean, that's the beach, isn't it? Where people are all going down the beach. So maybe, yeah, maybe somewhere like this. And then we could just add a little road in here too. Got a bit sandy there. That's fine. We'll leave the sand. We'll take off that crossing and we'll take out that traffic light. That's fine. So we've got access there. We've got this one over here. And then maybe we could add some more as well. We've got these houses here. I mean, this is so small and cute. I like this. So we could literally just add one on this sort of green front over here. It's right by the bus stop. So again, people can get off the bus, can get on here. Yeah, let's go with that. There we go. That took a lot of fiddling around, didn't it? And then we can just connect up to here as well. Actually, yeah, let's do this a bit differently, because rather than keeping that hooked into there, we did have it set up separately, didn't we? So let's do that again. Thank you. Oh, and here's where we had the other one, wasn't it? We had the key one here. I'm just looking at this thinking, this is a key wall. This is a key wall. Could we do something here and actually get this working on here instead? Yeah, let's have a look. So now we've got these sort of keys, the pedestrian keys. So I'm thinking, let's just go with something like that. And we're going to run it all the way along the side there. There we go. So that hooks in very weirdly. I'll come back and have a... Actually, let's just see if we can fix this first. Oh, it's because of that. Okay, we'll delete that. And then we just add its, as it's pedestrian, we can just add a pedestrian path, can't we? Through there. So let's add a pavement path. We've got wider pavement paths now. Let's turn off my snapping. And we're going to go... Can I get that? No. Okay, we'll go like that. Yeah, that's fine. So they can get there. And then I'm hoping that this is going to connect onto here. It does. Fantastic. So we'll bring that up to there. Brilliant. Okay, let's continue connecting all these together. There we go. Excellent. And now I'm thinking whether we could add a ferry over here as well. We do have a train station that comes over here, but we've got plenty of space down here. Why don't we just add... I want to be able to get access to a road here easily. I mean, there's that little road there, which if we just add that, and then another time when we're decorating over here, we'll look at all of this to make it look even nicer. But for now, we could just go like this. Come on now. Don't make it weird. Just let me do what I want to do. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. And then we can just hook that in. Yeah, we'll just go straight across there. I think that'll be fine. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just set up our route. So from there to there, to there, to there, to there. And then I'm going to go back again. And then we're going to have a separate ferry. There we go. I'm just going to pause that goes across. So we'll have this one. In fact, we're going to go... Yeah, there to there and then back across. That's how we'll do it. So this little triangle, if you want to go across, grab one of those. That sounds good to me. So then let's jump into here. There we go. So we've got our ferry line 1 and ferry line 2. Let's just change the color on these so we can see what's going on. And what have we got? 5 vehicles on the one going up and down the coast. Yep, that sounds fine. And then the other one, we've got 2 vehicles going backwards and forwards. I'm going to up that to 4. How many vehicles does our ferry depot give us? We get 20. So we've got absolutely plenty. Extended storage, we can add another 10 as well, which goes on the side. So that's fine. Excellent. Well, let's have a look at our ferries here coming out of the depot. Any minute now, out of the depot. I know it's a depot. Just having a bit of a laugh, bit of fun. Well, the waterways are getting busier and busier, and I wouldn't like to be the ferry that's trying to cut across here with all the massive big cargo ships coming through. You're really taking your life in your hands. Oh my goodness me, that was too close for comfort. Right, this has been running for a while now. We haven't unlocked everything. I could see that is going to take a darn long amount of time, but we're up to... where's the figure I'm looking for? It's hover over there. 34 million out of the 60 million that we need to unlock absolutely everything. I think that's the highest that we need to go to. Yeah, down here, 40 million and 40 million. Yeah, that's fine. So we're getting there. So we've got some larger different bits and pieces. But I'm going to wait until we've got everything. And then we're going to retrofit this port, maybe expand it a bit as well. But what I do want to look at around the city, which is very interesting, is we've got a few abandoned buildings. Now, this is a very small little stone mine area I set up. I like the way it sort of looked here, even though it's a bit odd to have a stone mine there. I like the way it looked. Yeah, this has been abandoned. They've not made any money at all, and I'm not sure why. And then if we go all the way down here, all my farms have been abandoned as well. Abandoned, collapsed, abandoned, due to lack of maintenance. So there's been a problem with getting the stone in, which is what I think has caused this, because we need wood, we need stone. So we go to our production. Here we go, we're on stone, a huge deficit. Well, that's true now because the stone mines collapse and everything we're bringing in is probably getting a bit expensive. Our wood up here is okay. So yeah, we're producing enough for what we need. So it's definitely the stone. But these buildings we can't do anything with because we don't have a disaster response unit, which I've completely missed the fact that they're needed for abandoned buildings because I just don't have disasters on. So I thought it was to do with that. So I'm just wondering whether we can pop a little something down here. Oh, we've got to unlock. So we're going to here. So we've got to do small emergency shelter. I think that is all we need to do. Yeah, there we go. So we've got the small emergency shelter, early disaster warning system. Safe place to stay, can be upgraded with advanced air recycling and all sorts. Where's the disaster recovery building? Oh, is that actually in here? Just wondering whether we need to unlock another thing here. Let's try that one. I don't want the early disaster warning system thing. That's not what I'm looking for. So now what have we got down here? Different size fire stations and, oh grief, all sorts of things. Urban fire, but they're not what I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, look at the end, a training tower and a disaster response unit. I don't think it mentions it on there. Gate train facility, fire watch tower. This one has it as well, disaster response unit. Right, okay. So we need to pop one of these in. Let's maybe go for this small one here. And we could, let's just check our fire coverage actually, so we can see where would be the best place. Yeah, we've barely got any fire coverage this side. Let's find a nice little spot for this. Maybe in here somewhere. Actually, in here could be quite good. We're going to use this little spot here, and I think that's going to fit in perfectly. I seem to be having flashbacks to already putting some sort of fire station in here. I can't remember. No, that's anyway, there we go. It's here. So what can we add to that? Disaster response unit. Okay, yeah, we'll add that. And a training tower. Let's add that as well. So the disaster response unit should... Any second now. That's a fire engine. That's another fire engine. That'll be another fire engine. That's also a fire engine. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's just a fire engine. I've got on here, click the tool, followed this all the way back, and there's a fire engine or two stuck in traffic here. So, okay, we'll let those go and do what they need to do. We've also got a lot of problem with trash. Now, our trash collection this side of the city is pretty low. It's all coming from down here, which is coming through this main interchange here, which is where we've got most of the traffic problems. So I'm thinking, can we squeeze a little recycling center somewhere around here that isn't going to cause any problems? Yeah, I'm just thinking we use this little bit of space here by... There we go. We go like that. 90 degrees. I'm hoping that we can stick that far enough back by the train. By the way, I know there's trains backing up here. It's just like a bit of a nightmare. There's something with this map. Let's just get everybody this side so they don't cross over. There's just something with this map that stops the trains going through. Like up here. Let's just play the game. That train, for no reason at all, has stopped. So I'll have to go through, delete it. I'm just doing this constantly. This one's getting ready to go. So he'll go. He might get through. He might not get through. Let's see what happens. No, this one's decided he's not going to go through either. So then the one behind will try and go through, and he's not going to either. So what I'll do then is I'll like delete. I'm going to delete all of this. Where does that go down to? I'll delete all of that down to there. I'm going to do it pause because otherwise all the trains will despawn. And we'll draw that back in again. So it's probably going to be an entirely different city name. I don't know. That was near enough straight. Ah, look. And then you'll see that there was some train that was trying to get in and out here that was causing an issue. I don't know what that problem is. So if you're using this map and you get that same issue, please let me know because I would like to try and sort it. So there we go. What I'm going to do as well is this recycling center. I'm going to set their operating district. Oh, you're just for there, aren't you? What is that? That can't be the only two we've got. Where's the other one? Oh yeah, we've got this one down here, another Japanese recycling center. I'm going to set their districts for everything this side of the river apart from the ports. So So hopefully we're not missing anybody out. We've got you, we've got you, we've got all of you. Yeah, not that one, not this one. There we go. So spreading it out like that should help deal with that problem. Let's go down here. You still haven't been fixed. Where's the fire engine that was coming on the way? He's gone. Okay, let's see if these ones down here have been fixed. Is anybody coming to see you? Or you, or you? Not yet. Okay, I think they've visited. Let's take a look. Yep, we can rebuild that. Excellent. And it's collapsed again. Oh, I'll actually click on the building. There we go. That's rebuilt. Let's check out these ones over here. Fantastic. Rebuild. Rebuild. So I'm hoping some businesses will come in here. There we go. And we'll keep our stone going for all the maintenance that we need. Let's have a look. Mining area. Company none. I'm just wondering whether I could do something with the taxes just to help with that. Let's go to the right menu. Industrial. Stone. So I'm going to put you on 0 and just see if we can encourage some of that. There we go. Excellent. Hopefully that will help. Rubbish is being collected down here a little bit more, which is nice. Yeah, things are going well. Oh, there's another one over here. I didn't even notice that. Oh, it's my wood area. They've done that one as well. Brilliant. Okay, excellent. Any more that I've missed? I think that's everybody rebuilt. Good. While we're here with this little, what's now becoming a small little industrial area, there's one other building that we need. We don't have any maintenance depots at all in our city. So our roads, yeah, are not being looked after at all. So I think we're just going to squeeze one of those in here as close to the rail as possible. There we go. And if there's any upgrades for that as well, we'll do that. So that's an extra 5 vehicles. There we go. And they're going to head out and deal with that because we were getting a lot of car crashes all over the place, but that'll take care of those. So hopefully it's not going to take very long for the road maintenance of the roads to go from red to very green. They're doing a fantastic job. Well, we've made a great start to the port for our island city, and it won't be long before we've unlocked everything and we can expand it to the max. Also, the official ferries are a great addition, and along with the much anticipated bike upgrade that's coming in the next episode, traffic should just disappear, right? Well, if you've enjoyed the video today, a like would be fantastic. And if you're new here or not subscribed yet, and there's so many of you, I can see those that aren't subscribed, do so now so you don't miss the next one. And also a massive thank you to all of my patrons. You can see their name scrolling up the screen right now that were able to go one step further to support the channel. Thank you so much. And 3 new subscribers from the past week that I'm going to name: Raj, Hudek, Danny and Jonathan P. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day, and I'm going to see you all very soon for some more Teasmania.